Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is SIA Southern Indiana Arms. I'm Landon again. Today we're going to talk about personal carry and 380 automatics. They are probably the smallest caliber I would personally carry. I wouldn't go any smaller than that. Some people, they'll carry a little 22 or 22 short, whatever. I personally would not. I would choose 380 or bigger. I have three selections here that I want to talk about from in different price zones and why I would consider it and why I wouldn't. First step, we're going to go with this right here. This is the 380 M&P Bodyguard from Smith & Wesson. It was actually one of the first handguns I purchased when I had first turned 21 years ago, about 5 years ago. It was a not a bad little gun when I first purchased it because I just wanted a 380, and I've always been a diehard anything Smith & Wesson. I have quite a few of their guns in house. It is a very lightweight, I mean, it's the size of my hand. It fits really, really good. It does have a safety. The issue with that is they do have the M&P Bodyguard 2.0, and it has a 10 times better trigger. This gun is around $250 to $400 depending on what you want. The 2.0, it's up to a little bit more. If you want a Smith & Wesson, if you want the 380 Smith & Wesson, I would strongly suggest not buying this one. It does hold 6+1, 6 in the clip, +1 in the chamber. It does have safety. With that being said, why I would not purchase this gun, if you're especially new, is it has a very, very heavy trigger. The gun is, in fact, empty. And just watch. You just saw that. It's a terrible trigger on that gun. The 2.0 Smith & Wesson Bodyguard is way better. If you're looking for a price range, that is a good one. Stay away from High Points. You can go to Kel-Tecs, but some people have luck with Kel-Tecs, some people don't. I've never had issues with them. They're just not what I like. And like I said, this whole channel is based on our personal opinions and preferences. Just trying to give you guys some help if you're looking to buying a gun, if you're just wanting to upgrade, if you're just looking for something new. Now, if you want something very cheap, compatible, and also holds a 6+1, here we have the clip. It's 6 in the chamber. It is a Ruger LCP 380. As you can see, it is unloaded. It is a very lightweight gun. As you can tell, it does not have a safety. But here's the trigger. The trigger is way better. It would be a good beginner gun, and you can see the difference. It is a lot slimmer. Not terribly a lot, but it is, if you hold them up side by side, it is also just a tad bit shorter. It is a very nice little personal carry. This is actually the one I carry quite often and just in my pocket. You can buy quite a bit of holsters for them, and it is a wonderful gun. And it actually, unlike the M&P, it doesn't have a safety and it has a lighter trigger. If you are not comfortable, I would suggest you do not keep one in the chamber until you get comfortable not having a trigger, a safety, and to having a lighter trigger. Next up, and like I said, the Smith & Wesson, it will range between $250 to $400. They can even range higher if you get into special, like attachments, like additions, whatever you want. They do have a Crimson Trace one, and it is around $500, I believe. I'm not entirely for sure on that. I can't remember. For the Ruger though, I really like this gun, and it's cheap. I picked this one up a few weeks ago. That's why I'm still carrying it, because it's small, it's new, I like it. It shoots really good, it's very accurate, and the sights are literally mounted straight into the barrel. No, none of these guns that I'm showing you today are suppressor compatible, but if it's personal carry, like why are you really going to have suppressor on it? They take up a little bit more space, they're a little bit more bulky, some of them, and there's just no sense for it. If you're just out target practicing, you're having fun, yeah, suppressors are great. Personal carry, I'm not a big fan of them, I'm not against it, it's just not me. I don't keep a suppressor with me when I personal carry. Anyway, for the Ruger LCP 380, you can pick these up depending on what store you're at. They range anywhere from $198 to $250. This one I had got at one of our local shops, and I got it after walking out the door. It was only $220. And it is a great gun. I've not had any issues with it. However, now if we want to talk about ammo, hey, it will not take Hornadies. I shoot these in my other 380s and in my 9s. It would not take the critical defense from Hornadies. However, though, it will take Federals, jacketed hollow points. So you do have options. You want to make sure you know where you can and can't shoot. Also, make sure when shooting, you guys try to use brass cartridges. They do sell steel case and they sell brass, just for FMJs or critical defense, whatever you are looking for. Still jacketed, in my opinion, they are a little rougher on your chambering. Brass is softer, so it's a little easier, and if you get into reloading, brass is better for reloading, in my opinion. Like I said, this whole channel is just opinion based, just to kind of give newcomers to owning firearms an insight of what they can look for with their money. If you want to, if money's not an option and you want to buy something a lot nicer, here we go. This is a Kimber Micro 380. It is a wonderful gun. It is a great gun. They do have triggers actually on them. Gun safety, never, what I just did, if you have a chamber in the round, leave the trigger open, because if you pull that trigger, you could easily slip that thumb, and wherever you're standing, that trigger is going to go off. This gun has a super light trigger, only a couple pounds, and it does have a safety. If you can see that right there, there it's on safety, there it's off, and it has a hammer. It has sights. You can remove those sights if you see right there, and you can put your red dot on them. It is. They have very many special collars and additions, models to this gun. It is a great gun. Look at the trigger pull. It's boom. You saw that is such a light trigger. It is a wonderful personal carry gun. That is one of my favorite guns to carry in the 380. These 380s from Kimber, they can range anywhere from around $500 on the cheap end, all the way up clear over $1,000. They have a Crimson Trace laser grip with the laser built into the pistol, and those are around, I think, right around $1,000 on through Kimber and through most local gun shops. This one, again, I buy a lot of stuff local. I like to support local shops. This one here, I picked it up. I got it on sale a few years ago, and I got it for $400. They knocked $100 off. You can go to Bass Pro, any Academy. You can go to a lot of places if they're a Kimber dealer, and you can sometimes find them on sale around the holidays and stuff. Kimber is by far my go-to for personal carry with 380s, just because of how the triggers are. They make a wonderful 9mm and a 45. They are a great brand, wonderful gun. By the way, they are not sponsoring me. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I have no issue shooting Federals or Hornady Clinical Defense through them, and they will shoot FMJs all day long. It is a wonderful gun. They are easy to care for, and it is also a little bit bigger of a handle. It still fits into my pocket. It is a great gun. Still, make sure you shoot brass cartridges. The nice thing with Kimbers is, as you can see, well, I gotta look too, right there and there, and also you flip it over. You can easily change out grips. You can do attachments to these. You can do quite a bit of stuff with Kimbers. But if you look at like the Bodyguard, yeah, no, you ain't doing nothing. There's no place really to mount sights. You can take this sight out if you can find another sight to fit in there. You can also, you cannot add anything with the LCP. There's just no place. If there is a place, then I honestly do not know where you could get attachments for them without buying a different style. The LCP, I do not think you can add anything to them, but Ruger makes a lot of 380s. They are a wonderful company. Smith & Wesson is also a wonderful company. Like I said though, stay away from High Points. I mean, if you honestly can't afford to spend over $100, get a High Point. They just jam a little more. They're a way cheaper made gun. They're like if you want an AR-15 and you go out and you buy an Anderson. You can either buy an Anderson or you can buy a PSA. Or a lot of other brands. There's a lot of great brands with ARs. Which we're not talking about ARs right now. I'm just putting that in the comment. Okay, if you want a good gun, you're gonna have to pay a little extra. You can find some diamonds in the rough, like these little Rugers, like they're really cheap, $200, and you can have a really nice shooting, very accurate gun. You can buy Kel-Tecs. Kel-Tecs are not terrible, and they're about roughly the same in price as the Rugers and the Smith & Wessons. They're not a terrible gun. I just have never been a true fan of them, and maybe that'll change. But they're not terrible. I have only shot a few, and I wasn't the biggest fan, but that was years ago, and they have came out with some different styles and everything. So it may actually be something to actually get into, which later on with the videos, we'll actually have some Kel-Tecs out, and we'll actually be doing a video and shooting and comparing all of our 380s and stuff, because we have many more that we will compare to shooting with. We also have more videos for 9mm and 38 specials. We'll also get into rifles later on in the videos. But hey guys, I'm trying to keep these videos short. I'm trying to keep them great. But like I said, with those 3 styles of handguns, always look for single stacks, just because they're so much more thinner. They're not very thick guns, as you can see. They're thin. They fit perfectly within the handle. I mean, your finger almost is as long as the gun, and they have way better triggers. Like I said, if you want a Smith & Wesson, if you are just got your heart set on a Smith & Wesson, try to only buy the 2.0. Do not buy the first generation of the Bodyguard. I'm not even sure they actually still have a lot of them in the sales. But hey, God bless, like and subscribe. And if you guys want to see any more types of videos, please put in the comments what you kind of would like to see on reviews for personal defense, carry, or just plinking around, or target practice with some high-powered rifles and all that. We can also do videos with like Tannerite and the Sonic Boom brands, and we can do comparisons with that. And we actually do have some videos on that. So just hit like and subscribe, and you guys will finally start to help us grow, and we'll grow with you. God bless and have a good day.